Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is Swiss here. We talk about everything related to Decentraland and the metaverse. And today's topic is going to be a DAO proposal. Usually this topic is relatively boring, but I think today's DAO proposal is kind of interesting because it relates to a place that we are all familiar with. This is the Wondermine, a game created by Wonderzone. It's one of the most popular scenes in Decentraland. It's constantly busy. I have no idea why people enjoy it so much. I guess it's just the fact that this is the only place where you can actually earn something for your time spent in Decentraland. Nevertheless, you also have OGs playing this game who've spent countless hours mining these meteors, which is a very basic, very boring, very rudimental game mechanic, but people spend time here. It basically works. And I think this is more important than my subjective opinion or the comments I received from other community members. If something works, maybe there is something worth pursuing. And there is a DAO proposal for $250,000 US of a grant size. And this is quite a substantial amount of money. I do not remember us passing something of that size through the DAO voting system yet. And if you want to head over here and actually see what they're proposing, I mean, it's a very short summary of what their roadmap is for 2022. In summary, there are 5 guys who want to work for 6 months on this project, and they want to pretty much create a lot of NFTs, which is obvious because this is the reward for spending time on their scene. They want to improve the infrastructure. They want to add complexity to the game by, adding shared meteor mining, all sorts of additional rarity of materials, leaderboards, tournaments, and so forth, which I think are, just the most logical next steps for a game like this. With so much adoption already, I think just increasing the complexity and the visual experience of this platform would actually be amazing. Now, they also have a Q2 proposal here where they have included some odd items such as in-game pads and some kind of ticketing system and a wearable shop, restructuring of a park, and a fishing game. So there are a lot of unknowns to this proposal, which they haven't described above here in a whole lot of detail. But I think whatever they're up to, it's been working until now. So it probably makes sense to see how far they can actually take it. One of the points that they've mentioned here at the bottom is expand Wondermine to other scenes across Decentraland. And this kind of inspired my thinking. Imagine there will be various scenes where you can actually mine. And what if you would not only get NFTs for mining, what if they would have an own kind of token that would kind of create a bit of a parallel economy with its own token, something that we've been missing from Decentraland natively, a possibility of farming a token by spending time in Decentraland. And I think this is the closest we can possibly get to it right now. I don't see any other project on the horizon which would allow us to convert time spent in game into hard currency, or at least into an NFT that you can sell on the secondary marketplace. So I think this is the closest we get to an actual economy that would onboard new people. If you come into the game without any funds and you just invest time into the platform by spending time in there, you need to get paid somehow for that time spent. And I think this is the closest we are to it right now. So based on this last point here, which is not even elaborated on in the description, I actually think this is not a bad idea to say yes to this grant. And if you go into the votes, you can actually see that the majority of the people that you would know from Decentraland who are active players, they have all voted yes here. And it's incredible how much positive feedback this proposal received, considering it's $250,000. So what do I think about this? Well, it's not little money. This is for 6 months for a relatively small team, which consists mostly of 3D designers. So it's not a small amount of money. Now in Decentraland, we have a bit of a tradition of overspending at first, because when you are building out something as the very first scene or very first developer team, there are a lot of unknowns. There is a lot of competition for talent. There's a lot of opportunity cost. You could develop something somewhere else in the Web3 ecosystem and not in Decentraland and get paid. So if you want to get paid in Decentraland, you need to be remunerated properly. And these guys have already something going on. And I guess it makes sense to give them a chance and see how far they can take this experience, which is already succeeding. And frankly speaking, there is nothing really else out there that would come close to play to earn at this scale. So I will definitely vote yes on this one. If you haven't voted yet, come over here. The DAO vote ends in 5 days, and they still haven't reached the threshold of 1 million voting points. Way to go, guys. Curious if we can bring that number up a little bit and see what happens next. All right, guys, I hope this was interesting. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.